to the Amputee Angler for another episode out on the boat. Today we are wrecking, we're conger eel fishing today hopefully, and it's a little bit choppier than we was hoping for today. There's a horrible deep swell coming out, but we pushed on anyway. It's due to die off at lunchtime and then pick up again this afternoon, so we're hoping that it will die off and we can have a nice comfortable bit of fishing. But we're all anchored up already. We didn't film it because it was a bit sloppy, so we haven't filmed it. Got two rods out the back there, both on running ledgers with the conger rigs, which I'll tag into the description below. We have missed the wreck slightly, first time anchoring this boat and trying to judge how much it pushes in the tide and stuff, and we are slightly off of it, but I'm hoping it's going to be enough that we haven't got to re-anchor. But we are down, we're fishing, so I'll see how we get on, and then we'll go from there, and I'll come back to you when we get some fish. Set to re-anchor the boat. We was off the mark earlier and we weren't on it. We had a couple of little nibbles, but I wasn't happy, so we've re-anchored and we're getting bites straight away, so hopefully we'll get some congers up now. Got something playing about with it. One thing we've discovered is that the ordinary ring and buff that was on the old boat, and I thought would be suitable for this one, isn't, and we had to handle the last 100 foot of anchor. But I've got something on here now. Just letting it develop, and I've taken the rod out the holder and I'm reeling down to the line, to the sea, and when it knocks we're gonna strike. Alright, let's sign it on it. Yep. Oh, that could be a wreck though. Ah, it's got me in a wreck. Ah, it's got me in a wreck. Ah, we're a bit close to that wreck there. Balls! Okay, we'll let it go. That's forward 20 foot. There we go. And we got it out. Let it go, and it's come out. What that tells me, those are a little bit close to the wreck. We've got a bit of line to play with, so I might just nudge the boat forward just 15 foot, and then we can be in a better position. So, catch you in a bit. Dino with the first fish of the day. We're a little bit still close to the wreck. I think there's a trawl on it now. There hasn't been before, I don't think, but there's a trawl on it now. But getting smashed by bites. But Dino's got a little grandad pal. Dino, come hold it up to the camera for us. All right, grandad pal. Bring it right after that. No, you got it. No. All right. All right, let's talk about the baits then. Baits today are going to be cuttles and mackerel. That's what we're going to be using today, nice and simple. And we've got a running ledger rig. Again, descriptions in the videos in the description for this. That's an 8.0 Cox and Rule meat hook, and a little muppet on there, and we've got a bit of tubing on there for protection. And then baits wise, we come to the table. Just got mackerel flapper in there, just taking the spine out, cut the tail off, and then we're going to have a cuttlefish here, little baby cuttles here, perfect hook baits. All we're going to do to prep it is they've got a little spine in the back there. Take a knife and just make an incision just on the top there like that, and then what that'll do, it'll stop rolling around, is that then pops out the spine, and you can just throw that. That's obviously come from nature, it'll go back to nature, birds will have that. That then gives us a nice little cuttle bait, and all we're going to do without dunking it in my drink of water is just take the hook and go once through the back, and then spin it round and come back through again, and if we can we'll do it one more time, he says, like that, and that then gives us our cuttle bait, making sure the hook point's proud. If your hook point's not there, you're not going to be able to get a bite, and that then gives us our cuttle bait. Nice and easy, perfect. I'd eat that. Cheers, Dave. Still there, or has it gone? There you go. Set it real down, what do you reckon? Gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Missed it. Missed it, Dean.
I did it right.
Beautiful day though.
Yeah.
Come on, go again. Pal, messing about. Oh, you're frustrating. When I come here with Steve, there was fucking Conger Eels all over. The next one out or what? Another one out there somewhere. So annoying. So annoying. Might as well just send the head down so I can have taken everything else. That's an eel. That's a proper one. Dino's just got some bacon on. And I was putting mackerel flappers down. Now they're getting smashed by a pout, and I was like, I'm leaving the head on, they won't touch that. Too tough. And you can't smell it, but Dino's cooking bacon and it is delightful. And this is going to be an eel. Alright, Dean, in that side bit by my wheelchair,
Yeah.
there's a T-bar in there. This is going to be an eel. Right. Yeah, chuck that out for me a minute, and then if you want to get that camera off of there for me. Oh, let's go. Yeah. Take the camera off and you can film this coming from the water. Get on there. Woo! Oh, there again. I've got my t-shirt. We're both knackered. We had to hold the anchor by hand earlier. And my arms are already burning. I was just saying in the last hour of this tie we might get some. Woo. Finally, we got what we're after, hopefully. You see it down deep? Point it down there, Dave. Yeah, there it comes. Jesus!
Lads, yeah.
Right, get the net, Dean.
Right.
Other side of the boat. Yeah. Where's that camera?
Sorry.
Yep, there we go. It's not an eel. It is a nice pollock. Wow, that is a lovely fish. There you go. Right, we'll get it on the deck and we'll get it unhooked and we'll show you. Right, not what I wanted to show you it on, but I'm going to show you how to use a T-bar. We're congering, but we've got a pollock. That's the way it goes. But then if you follow it down here, let's get close here. So that's what you can see it was on. It was on the conger trace with a bit of mackerel head. All you're going to do is take the hook of the T-bar into the jaw, like that. And with your left hand, you're going to pull down, right hand up, and you bounce it. Basically, you bounce it off. And then I'll get the fish up for you now as well. That is a nice pollock. We're going to weigh him just because we're going to weigh him, see what he weighs. But he's nudging on for the doubles. And then we're going to go. Put your face down. I'm just going to weigh it now. It feels over 10. Let's have a look at it. Oh yeah, well over 10. Moving around a little bit, but it's going between 12.5 and we'll call it 12.3. £12 free pollock. £12 free, we'll take that. Not bad, because we're real fishing, but got a bait down there, you're always going to catch whatever's swimming about, so I'll take that. It's been quite quiet other than that, but happy days. There's that pollock, saving the day so far. It's been really quiet. We're on the last sort of hour of this ebb tide now, so we're going to be at the bottom of the tide shortly. Slack water, we'll hang it off for a bit, and then we're going to haul up, and then we're going to try and fish a few wrecks, and then we might drag some baits on some sand on the way home. We are getting bites, but we're getting smashed by pout. If we're putting the cuttle baits on, or the mackerel flappers, they're just attacking all the way up to the mackerel head, and then they're stopping. So I put mackerel head on my one now. It's a tougher bait. They can't really eat a whole mackerel head. So that's what the tactic we're going with. Dino's just made me a lovely bacon egg sarnie, so we're going to eat this and then have a little play about for the last hour, and then we're going to go and try something different. All right, but yeah, lovely £12 free pollock, so we're happy with that. That's sort of safe a day. Dino was just saying there on the way in, it's something we say a lot, is it can be really quiet, but you need one fish to sort of make it worthwhile, and I'll take a £12 free pollock. That's worth the trip today. So if we can get Dino one, we'll be happy. So yeah, enjoy. Gonna eat this now and I'll get back to you. Oh, we're at slack water, so I just wanted to put a slow jig down, have a play about, and we got something on. I think it's probably a pout, but this is my new Penn Squadron 2 pilt rod, 100 to 180 gram jigging rod. It's got a load of cheap reel mono on it. This will only be a pout, I think, but first fish on it. That's a nice, looks like a nice whiting. Look at that. Don't mind that. There we go. It's a lovely whiting, channel whiting. Cross, there we go, dancing. That was on a little slow pitch jig. There we go. And that there is nice little whiting. Happy days, put it back. Fish on again. Yeah, fish on again. Straight down. Oh, that might come off now, it's come off. When we're fishing these jigs at anchor, because the tide's obviously still going now to the back of the boat, cast it up tide, so up towards your bow. So by the time it gets in front of you, it's straight below the boat, if that makes sense. And all you're going to do is sharp lift up and then a slow lift down, making sure that you keep the line tight, so you don't want any slack line. And all that'll happen is when you get a fish like that, there you go, fish on, and you get a fish like that, you basically lift into it. There we go, having a bit of fun here on the slow gear. It's good fun, this. Pass a bit of time. Again, it's not big, whatever it is, but if it's still there, might even have come off. Oh no, it might be there. No, there we go. There we go. Have a little white in. Half the size. It's half the size of the lure. Just razor sharp hooks on these. I'll try and demonstrate to you now what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is flick the lure way up in front of the boat. I know you can't see it, but you have to take my word for it. So the bow of the boat is that way. Flick it up, I'm just going to let the line come off. Feather the line off and try and keep tension with it, because if a pollock or something picks it up on the way down, you won't know it's got it, it will just run with it and you'll keep thinking that you're not at the bottom yet, and it'll be 200 metres away from you. and by the time it gets to me here, level with me, it's on the bottom, and then you're fishing. Whereas if you let it straight down, by the time the tide takes it, it'll be half a mile away down the back of the boat. There you go, so that's on the bottom now. Sharp up, slow down. And flick it up tide. And let it sit down, feather it out. Do get some big whiting around this time of year, sort of £1, £2. You don't mind them ones for the table. Just going down nicely now. Baits have been quite, as far as the Conger Eel trip goes, it's been quite a failure, but it's not if we want to try him. We're on the wreck where Congers have been previously, and got the right baits, right tactics, just for whatever reason. No Congers today. There you go, that's on the bottom, there we go. And then down. And we are. Dino's not got a fish though. So frustrated, it's getting hammered by pout. I think there must have been, thought we saw something out here earlier cutting across the water. Not a great white shark, as many would believe, but maybe a seal out here. Can't see it now. It's definitely gone under, whatever it is. Okay, here we have Dino, just giving him the Penn Squadron 2's pilk rod so I can film it for you and show you Dino in action. This is Dino, the hairy bear, the surfing bear. So we've got a Sidewinder Halo 100 gram slow jig on, and all we're going to do is you're going to flick it up tide. So tide is coming down this way, so sorry, that way, and all we do is flick it up tide, so then it sinks and it's level, it's on the bottom when it gets level with the boat. Because if you don't do that, if you drop it straight down, it's basically half a mile from the back of the boat and you're doing it at a weird angle. And then when it comes to the jigging, all we're going to do is a sharp up like that, and then down, and you don't want any slack line when you're dropping it down. If you have slack line, that's just cue for the fish just to get off and you know, they shake the hook. But every now and then just touch base with the bottom and then start again once it gets a bit farther away from the boat. So when it gets a little bit far away, we're just going to bring it in and then repeat the process. All this is, like I said, it's a brand new rod. I fished with it first time today, cut the whiting on it, which is nice, now nice to christen it. But it's a Penn Squadron 2 pilk rod, and I bought it specifically for the slow jigging. I was umming and ahhing about the, yeah, Dane, flip the lure in quick. This is the lure, this is what we're fishing with. Like I said, Sidewinder Halo. That's how it fishes. A lot of people fish it wrong and they fish their jigs upside down like that, and it's not. The hooks don't go on the bottom with these, they go on the top, so when they're engulfed, the little assist hooks hook in the mouth. So that's it, and then Dino's now going to perfectly demonstrate how to fish it. All you're going to do, like I said, flick it up tide like that or a bit more, and then the idea is it hits the bottom as it hits the side of the boat. And that's it, slow pitch jigging. We're going to move soon, 40 minutes left of tide, then we're going to haul anchor and go and try this on a wreck for some pollock, and then we'll be doing a bit of bait drifting on the way home. Here we go, we've got 30 minutes of the tide left now, half one's low water, and then we're going to haul the anchor up, and then we're going to get inside on a couple of wrecks, and then maybe drift some baits for a bit of place and some gurnards on the way home for a bit of fun. Don't like not hitting target. We haven't got any eels today, which is a shame. I thought we had one on, but it turned out to be a 12-pound pollock. I'll take that all day long. But yeah, no eels, don't like not hitting target. The wreck we're on has got a lot of net on it, I think. Old net, you can feel it. If you give it enough welly, it actually breaks clear. So I think it is an old trawl net or a wreck net that's been put on it. But it is what it is. No excuses, we haven't caught target today, but we have caught fish, so we haven't blanked. How we doing? We come inside now. I'll show you where we are. I'll even tell you where I'm going to fish today because it's not a secret, this one. So we are right by the wind farm. and it's all there. Now it is sort of slack water at the minute, so we're just having a bit of chill time. We've got a kettle going on down there, and we are going to fish a wreck called the City of London. It's just in front of the wind farm. It's on the way home. Congering was a fail, nice pollock, but you know, I don't like not hitting target species, and we've done that a day, which isn't good. So we're going to come in here, just see which way we're drifting. I'll make a cup of tea, relax for a minute, and then we're going to have a couple of drifts on the wreck. If there's fish on it, we'll stay on it. If there's not, then we'll dip inside, and we're going to drag some baits about and try and pick up some plaice and gurnards, and just see how we get on. So yeah, we're here now. Show you the wreck. There's the wreck. It lays with the tide, this one. But you can see we're not really moving at the minute, so we're just gonna stay here and see what's what. If we finish our tea and we're still not moving, then I'll just go and jump on top of the wreck, and we fish it on top of it, straight direct. So no one else is here. A few other boats further down, but no one else here, so all good. Well, we come back inside now. Nothing doing on that wreck. Little gurnard, little pout, not worth staying on. So we come inside now. A little bit of sand, small looks, little bits of bait. Dino's had a nice whiting already. I think he might have a bite now. Yeah, just drifting along a bit of ground, holds place, rays, gurnards, whiting, all the usual little culprits. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a bit of fun here now for an hour, and then we'll get in, wash the boat down, and then we'll see how we get on. But yeah, pick up a few nice fish here hopefully before we head home. You're going to get a bite on there. Yeah, typical. Yeah, I didn't have a bite, but try and do it on cue for you. Just at the back now. All we got on is little tiny place gear, basically beads, little strips of squid, cuttle, mackerel, whatever. And we're just trying to have a bit of fun and pick up a few more species. So yeah, see how we get on here, shall we? Just using up some little bits of cuttle we got left over and some mackerel from the congering earlier. That wasn't very successful. See how we're getting on. Looking Dean. Swing it in. Have a little white in. To be expected, but it's a bit of fun before we go home on the way. So yeah, cut the white in. Hopefully we can get a few dinner size ones, but just making the most of the day really. Eeling was a bit of a failure. Well, not a bit of a failure, it was a failure. We didn't get an eel. But we had that nice pollock, and we've had a few other bits and bobs. Figured out a couple of little bits with a boat that we wouldn't have done if we hadn't have got offshore and been doing something different. So it's all right. Sun's starting to set now. It's getting a little bit colder, but we'll keep cracking on for a little bit longer. Hopefully we can pull up a couple of nice dinner places before we go home, and that'll make the day okay. There we go. Another species for the day. Lovely little dab. You almost see through there. You can almost see Dean's jumper the other side of it. Another species, so that's happy. We're going home now though. We're done. That's us for the day. We're going to head back in, so I'll see you in a second. There we go, coming to the end of another day out on the boat. Furthest we've gone on easy living since we've had it, and we've lined out a few little problems again, and we've had a little look around. So you know, never a wasted day's fishing, and it's been enjoyable either way. Conger eel fishing didn't go to plan. We didn't have any congers. That's just how it goes sometimes. But we did have that nice pollock, £12 free. That saved the day really. We've had a gurnard, whiting, pout, and I was hoping for a sneaky place, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen now. So we're going to get this going now. I'm going to say goodbye. Please do like and subscribe, okay? And next trip out will be whenever the weather goes good. There's a bit of wind coming now. It's just starting to come back on the water now, but yeah, it is what it is today. But yeah, we'll see what we can do next time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.